welcome back to the Lucas Nelly channel. I'm Lucas Nelly and today we're going to be doing Premier League predictions for Matchday 31. Now, I am a bit late with this video because I forgot to do it. So, and I am going to go through this video kind of quickly because it is currently, it's almost 5 to 7 in the morning here in Chile. And I'm only just waking up, like 10 minutes, not even like 10 minutes, so yeah, without further ado, let's get into this first game. Well, obviously Wolverhampton and Arsenal played this game because Arsenal are in the Carabao Cup final, so yeah. So we'll go into today's match, which is Bournemouth versus Man United. Come on, United. So in match day 30, Bournemouth drew 0-0 to they drew 0-0 to Burnley, and Man United won 3-1 at home to Aston Villa. I think this is going to be kind of close match. I'm going to say another 2-1 win for Man United. Reason why I say another 2-1 win is because I always predict a 2-1 win with Man United. So it's going to be close. But it's going to be close. But it's going to end in 0-0. Man City versus Crystal Palace. Man City drew to West Ham, and then Crystal Palace drew to Leeds. I'm gonna say it's gonna be close. I'm gonna say just barely 2-1 to Man City. Next game is going to be Brighton versus Liverpool. Now, Liverpool got a massive win in the Champions League against Galatasaray, but that's in the Champions League. The last Premier League match was a 1-0 draw against Tottenham, so not a good result, honestly, for the top 5 race. They should have won that match. I think it's going to end. I'm going to be a bit of a shocker. I'm going to say 2-1 to Brighton, because I feel like Brighton are just starting to pick up their form. And Liverpool are still not the same team from last season. Next game is Fulham versus Burnley. Obviously, Burnley got a 0-0 draw at Bournemouth. And then Fulham got a 0-0 at Forest. However, I'm going to say 2-0 to Fulham. Everton versus Chelsea. Chelsea. Yeah, they lost at home to Newcastle, so not a good result there. And Everton lost 2-0 to Arsenal, but they kept it close. They kept it close. This is going to be a really difficult game to predict. I'm going to go with a bit of an upset. I'm going to say 1-1. I would say Everton 1, Chelsea 1. I think it's going to be a bit of an upset there. Leeds versus Brentford. Leeds got that 0-0 at Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. Brentford. Let's see, I forget who did Brentford play. Oh yeah, Brentford played Wolves on last Monday. There was a 2-0 draw against I was about to say Fulham, Wolves. This one's hard to predict as well. I'm gonna go, since it's at Leeds, I'm gonna say Leeds 1, Leeds 2, Brentford 1. Next is the time worn derby between Newcastle, who got that, like I said, got that 1-0 at Stamford Bridge against Chelsea. And then Sunderland got that lost 1-0 at home to Brighton. I feel like Sunderland are slipping a bit. I think they're running out of gas. I'm gonna predict a crazy one here. I'm gonna say Newcastle 3, Sunderland 3. I think it's gonna be down the fence, middle of the fence, whatever. I'm just gonna go with that. Aston Villa versus West Ham. Honestly, Villa hasn't looked that great. Like I said, they lost 3-0, no 3-1 2. They've been losing their form. I know they got a good win against Lille in the Europa League yesterday, but in the Premier League they've been slipping up. Like I said, 3-1 to Man United, they lost. And then, West Ham got that 1-0 draw at the London Stadium, Olympic Stadium, to Man City. So I'm gonna go with something wild here. I'm gonna say Aston Villa 0, West Ham 1. It's gonna be crazy. They want to get out of the relegation zone. Next, it is last game, Tottenham Hotspur versus Nottingham Forest. Tottenham midweek against Atletico Madrid. They didn't actually look that bad. They had a chance for a comeback, but I think they just left it too late. Honestly, Tottenham, and then Forest got a 0-0. Well, again, it's not a bad result, but they needed to win, especially since they had a goal ruled out due to offside. I don't think if they had won that game against Fulham, I don't think they would have been as well. There would still be a lot of pressure on them, but I don't think there would be as much pressure as on this game if they had won it. But they drew it, so still a lot of pressure on. It's really hard to predict. I'm gonna go another crazy result here. Tottenham 0, Nottingham Forest 1. So let's calculate. So this is what the table will look like. Arsenal in first, Man City in second, Man United in third. So Aston Villa 4th, Chelsea 5th. Did I predict anything wrong here? No. Liverpool 6th, Brentford 7th, Fulham 8th, Everton 9th, Brighton 10th, Newcastle 11th, Bournemouth 12th, Sunderland 13th, Crystal Palace 14th, Leeds 15th, Nottingham Forest 16th, West Ham United 17th, then Tottenham in 18th, Burnley 19th, and Wolves 17th. So guys, that's my match day 31 predictions. Hope you enjoyed them. Bit short, but see you again soon. Bye for now.